Thousands of dollars, thousands of hours studying graphic design. Was it worth it? Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is my channel, Easy Breezy, where you can find all kinds of adventures, advice, things that I do, things that I don't, all kinds of stuff. You are interested on going to OCAD University and you're not sure if that's a good choice or if it'll be worth it. So I'm here to tell you my experience. I am a graphic designer indeed, and I do work as a graphic designer. But is it worth it? Did I need to go to school for it? Can I just be a graphic designer and actually not go to university? I know you have all kinds of questions trying to make your decision, and I just hope this video can help you have a little bit of more perspective and what to expect if you do go to OCAD and what you can expect according to my experience once you graduate. I graduated from OCAD University in 2017. And the graphic design program is a 4-year program, and you graduated with a beautiful bachelor's degree in design. I mainly do a lot of freelance work, and I've worked with a few companies as a brand manager and a brand developer, and that's kind of what I do right now. When I applied to OCAD University, the expectations were high. It was actually, I got in on the first time, and you need to do an interview to get in and show your portfolio, show your skills, show why you deserve to attend to this prestigious design university. The first time that I applied to actually, I think I applied to the York design program, and I got rejected the first time. So I tried again for the second year. I built up my portfolio for the whole year, so I was able to apply again the next year, again to the York University program and to OCAD University, applying for the first time. Back then, I was pretty new in the country, and I didn't have all the tools, or I wasn't able to really um, have all the experience necessary to apply or to be a graphic designer, to even be exploring the possibility. I was working at KFC, I didn't have a laptop, and yeah, just my resources were limited. Either way, I've always been good at drawing. I've always had this explosive imagination and creativity. So what I did is I tried to build up my portfolio the best way I could, just showing the pieces of like a lot of drawing work, a few digital work that I've done, just like if I had it right now with me, I would show you, but it was just showing experimentation with scanners and prints and stickers and drawings, a little bit of painting. I was able to show a lot of my artwork previous because that whole year that I was preparing my portfolio, I was also attending Sheridan College in the Art Fundamentals program, which helped me with my portfolio big time because, like I said, I did not have even a laptop or anything. So that's how it went. I applied, I went to the interview, I prepared myself, I brought my best self and showed them what I could do with what I had. What I was expecting from the interview was like a job interview. And that's pretty much what it was. I don't remember exactly what the questions were because it happened a long time ago, but I remember it was questions relating to art and why you want to go to that school and why graphic design, and just like experience questions about relating to the program. Once I got the admissions letter in the mail, there was a lot of excitement and I was very happy. I was in my first year, I was expecting for me to be able to learn a lot of the Adobe Suite programs. Like I said, I did not have a laptop, so I was not familiar at all with the Adobe Suite. So I was thinking that they were going to teach me how to use Photoshop and how to use Illustrator and InDesign and all these things. And that was not the case. You go in and you realize the amount of students that are so talented and they're so knowledgeable by then with all these softwares that the professors basically just tell you, this is a project, you're going to do it in Photoshop, have fun. So the first year was a lot of looking for tutorials on YouTube and self learning in order to be able to take out the projects. I was not expecting the amount of people that dropped off from the program, if I'm being honest. I thought it was tough the first year because if you're coming from high school and the high school environment has nothing to do with what you're going to learn in university, it makes sense why you have to have an interview and why it's such a qualified school for art and design. So, yes, the first year was rough and a lot of people couldn't take it. A lot of people switched programs. A lot of people decided to go into the arts and they just forgot about graphic design. I did not know what to expect, honestly. I was pretty new to the country and I actually didn't even know what university could look like. And there was not a lot of information that we can get from online. So I was pretty blinded when I got into my first date, but I try to go as prepared as possible. Pressure is real. You're going to OCAD University to become a great designer. You're going to OCAD University to become the top artist. You are going there because you are good and because your skills have potential and because you have the potential to graduate from a university like that. I was not expecting the class critiques and the work from other students to be so competitive. People are bringing their best behavior. They're ready to kick ass and be A plus in every single class. So if you're not used to high pressure environments, this can crack you down. And that's why a lot of people dropped off from the program. I saw people crying some of the classes. I saw people just being desperate and stressed and all kinds of things for the pressure that the classroom and the competitive classmates that you have. But again, it was something that pushed me to be better as long as you know how to handle the pressure. It's no joke, but it's very fun. So that was pretty much about 4 years of competitive student market. It was 4 years of class critiques, very late nights, a lot of all-nighters, 4 years of pressure just to become better and better and better, and pressure for your artwork to be the best. So, in class critique, won't be teared apart. Cost versus value, is it worth it? Is all this pressure worth it? For me, I had to fund the university myself, and I think it was pretty expensive for my small pockets back then. I applied for OSAP to fund a lot of my schooling, although there's grants and scholarships and things that you can apply, it can still get pretty expensive. At the beginning, when I first graduated and I looked at how much money I owed the government for that career, I was not sure if it was fully worth it. I was not sure how I was going to pay it and if I was going to be able to get a job that will allow me to make a living and pay student loans. So that was a difficult decision and a tough reality check once I graduated. But I mean, that's only the beginning, and that's only the beginning of what you're about to get into because getting a job as a graphic designer is also highly competitive. So it's like starting all over again and making sure you get a great position so you can make the living and you can actually enjoy the work that you're making as a graphic designer. Did they teach me how to get a high profile graphic design job once I graduated or when I was about to graduate? No, not really. There was a couple of professors which I really appreciate that during critique or the projects will tell us like this is not going to work once you get out on the field, or if you're going to go for a job, like they're expecting to see this kind of work or they're expecting to see this kind of skills. So that kind of gave you a little bit of idea, but it was very little amount of professors that would do this. So there were some professors that on the fourth year would offer to give you a critique on your portfolio and kind of make it better and more professional, which can help a little bit. But again, it's not, it gives you a little bit of the basis, but it's not what you're going to be confronting once you are in the real world, getting real jobs, competing with real graphic designers. How to find clients as a freelancer? Also, I did not get that. And what they give you is the option to go and find internships, and they help you prepare for the interview. There's I don't remember what the department was, but it's career development or something like that. But basically, you can make an appointment with them and they will prepare you for the interview on the job that you're interested. They can also help you optimize your resume, and but it's not a class. It's something that you go and ask and see if they can help you get into the start getting into the field while you are still in school. I was not able to get an internship because I had a lot of responsibilities with my family. You know, I was helping at home pay for bills and pay for rent and pay for things like that, which limited the amount of time that I was able to actually get an internship, unpaid internship, and still help my family. So that was not in the options for me. So I was not able to get that really a field and graphic design experience before I graduated. So if you are in the possibilities to actually get an unpaid internship, go for it, because it is definitely going to help you once you graduate. I saw it with my classmates, the ones that were able to get an internship and get out on the field before graduating, were way more prepared than me at the time of graduation. Talk about how to price your work as a freelancer. That was not a class either. Once I started freelancing, I had to do a lot of research, go with a lot of courage and optimism and self confidence that my pricing was fair and I was going to get the job. It's it's tough. It's tough. It's not easy. I decided to become a freelance designer when I graduated because, like I said, I did not have the experience beforehand. So for me, trying to get a graphic design job, competing with my classmates who were also very amazing artists and designers that had the previous experience at agencies and internships, it was tough for me to try to get into the field. It's a highly competitive field. My advice would be that once you are in university for those 4 years, build your tools, build your portfolio, build your skills on your own, because this school is not going to do it for you. That's why I decided to start as a freelancer, because I was frustrated. I was very frustrated of not being able to get a job and my portfolio not being able to look as good as my classmates, because they had already real pieces from real clients to show thanks to the internships that they got, and I didn't. So that's why I chose freelance from the beginning. I know I'm good at what I do. And you need to know that if you feel like you're good at something, feel like you're the best at doing it. So I was pretty confident of what I was able to do. I was top of my class because that's something that I could do. And I got pretty good grades on my projects. I did not shed a tear during class critique. I got pretty frustrated a lot of times, and I got pretty scared some other times about not being able to pull it off. But at the end of the day, I did, because I know where I come from. And where I come from, things are not easy. And you have to have thick skin to go through that school with no tools, with no financial resources, and just knowing that all you got is your talent and your creativity. So that helped me, and I was pretty confident when people started seeing the little things that I was able to do. That's how I got a little client here, a little client there, just asking me if I could make a logo, if I could. At the beginning, it was mainly logos, But I appreciated that so much because it gave me the opportunity to show what I was able to do. And I knew that's how I was able to start building my portfolio. So I said yes to every single thing, and I charged as a beginner, but I charged what I thought it was fair, and I never felt like I was being underpaid for my work. That happened later. I had to teach myself a lot of things, and you have to be very self motivated to keep moving forward in this field. Whether it's as a freelancer, whether you are still in school and you're still a student, or whether you have all the tools and portfolio and pieces and work, in order to become better version of yourself, you have to self motivate you. No one is going to do it for you, and that's what's going to take you very, very far away in life. Was there a creative burnout? Not for me. I saw it in other people, but not for me. Curious enough, I'm a person that I work way better under pressure, and I do procrastinate a lot. But when I'm under pressure, that's when my best ideas come. The burnout came from distracted myself with things that were secondary to my education. I was the burnout came from having to deal with life situations, a partner that I had back then, which I don't recommend you having a boyfriend in university. Why do you need a boyfriend there? But it's just there's too much going on at school, and it's really going to help you to focus better if you can just focus on your work and your career. Relationships, trust me, will come later, and you're going to have find great people along the way that are great partners, and you're going to be very skillful and more mature, and you're going to be able to get more of that relationship, romantic relationship, once you're out of school. So I did it, and I think I shouldn't have. So that's kind of where my burnout came, because I was trying to just juggle personal life, family life, and school life all at once. If I was just able to focus on school, it was tough, but I feel like I could have managed way, way better than what I did. Did I lose excitement? Did I regret being at school while I was at school? Not really. I loved the people that I met in university. I loved my classmates, and I loved my little group of compadres. We would work on projects together. We would also, after school, after long hours and all nighters, we would just go grab a drink or something and laugh our asses off. I'm pretty sure our laughs came from a combination of stress, frustration, and relief. So it was very fun. I met great, great people. I met great artists, great designers, and I think that's what prevented me from losing excitement. You know, these people are can be a very good reason to enjoy school. So I would recommend make friends. Make friends that are alike, make friends that are like you, that have a similar interest, and that you can bounce off ideas, and that you just feel comfortable sharing your ideas as they are, because that's going to help you keep moving during those 4 years of university. Let me talk about professors a little bit. They are tough. Some of them are tougher than others, but I admire every single professor that I had. Right now, this second, I can't think about one that I didn't like, but each professor had their own style, and there was so much to learn. And I literally admire just how much knowledge they had about each subject, whether it was typography, whether it was introduction to color, design fundamentals, whatever it was, photography. The professors are top notch, and they have a lot to teach you, and they are tough. But my favorite ones were the ones who made students cry, because they were the ones who can push you the hardest. They were the ones who really made me just go into the depths of my creativity and my brain to pull out the best work, and I did. And I'm very, very proud of every single project that I made, especially in the last 2 years. Yeah, third and fourth year, even second year, I was pretty proud of the work that I was able to develop, and it just kept And the more you see what you're able and you're capable of making, the more you're inspired and the more you get the goosebumps and the excitement and everything about just keep creating and becoming the best designer that you can be. Networking versus talent. Networking is a huge one. I will say, sadly, even more than talent. I've met people that were to my liking, were not the greatest, and they still got really good positions thanks to the people that they knew. You can't teach creativity, but you can teach consistency. You can teach discipline. And sometimes that is what's gonna make you move forward in life. So, I don't know. Think about it. If you don't have the network, you do have to invest in your discipline and how bad you want it. Did it shape my design eye? Of course. There were subjects that I love more than others. I am a typography lover, and it was my favorite subject. Typography, it's on everything. So for my work as a graphic designer, it's a tool that I still use until now and that I keep developing. There is classes there. What I was taught back then still helps me today. So being able to study at OCAD, it's definitely something that I've brought to my professional career and my real life work. Was it worth it? Yes. For me, it was worth it. I was not happy about the amount of money that I owed the government for funding my school, but I was very happy about the skills that I brought with me into the real world. I'm really happy about every single class that I took. Disciplinary designer, I was able to develop a lot of skills afterwards thanks to OCAD giving me the basis of what's possible in the world of design. I am now a photographer, I am a calligraphy artist, I am a brand strategist, I am a graphic designer. I can make illustrations. I can make mixed media projects for clients. I can do video and I can do photography and I can combine. I'm a little agency thanks to what I learned at OCAD University. So yes, I think it was worth it. And all I have to say, my resources were limited. There was a lot of times that I didn't know how to do it, but my drive to become a graphic designer, my love for art, and the passion that I have for design, it's what's made me push forward and that what made me just find ways to make it happen. But I found ways to really just get the best out of school and to become the best version of me. Art school won't make you a designer. OCAD is going to give you the tools that you need to become the best that you can be. And it's going to just give you the tools for you to go as far as you want. You can go to OCAD University and you can graduate with honors. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the drive, if you don't want it so bad, there's other people that are going to take the place for you. And those who are hungry and really want it are going to take your spot. And those are the ones who are going to become successful designers. So no, it's not OCAD, it's not art school, it's you. And it's up to you how far you want to go. OCAD is just going to give you the tools, experiences. And if you're like me, it's going to light up the fire that's within you to move forward and to just get that rush of adrenaline when you created something. OCAD is there to expand your skills, to put you under pressure, just to get the best out of you. And if that's what you want, then yes, it is worth it. If you decide not to go to school and you want to educate yourself in the field, go for it. Go for it and just go hard, because there is a lot of people out there who want the same things that you want and who's going to get the bread. So that's my message. Congratulations on your new step. I'm happy for you that you're here making the decision, and it's a decision that is going to change your life. But also, no matter what you do and no matter which way you go, it's on your hands to become the best that you can be. So subscribe, let me know if you like this video, share with your friends and share with whoever is interested in going to OCAD University. And I would love to hear if you actually are going for it. I am open to offering you a portfolio critique for free. So you can just send me a message, leave me a note, or find me on Instagram. Leave me a comment and with your link to your portfolio, and I'll be happy to critique it and give you the best advice that I can give you for you to get into the OCAD University in Toronto, Canada. Thank you. Nos vemos. Bye.